Доброго времени суток, дамы и господа. Продолжаем диско Elysium.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from it. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb up.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol.
I know exactly what you meant, but you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's a
Silence. The air between them. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his...
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
It's about biological determinism, natural law. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory, as people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merit. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in... This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a... Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged. But not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so the strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions. It's about not the most popular topic nowadays. I'm not the only one. Look, I've read people who've studied these things say that you... So, lately, the problem?
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Oh? Go on.
Lieutenant, not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Not the most popular topic. People who've studied these things... Oh? Good.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line. We're on the same side here, yeah? No need to bust my balls, huh?
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of them.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere.
He means the people living in...
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Cause that's what they're all. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even.
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. Like someone with a cart. What did you? Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation. Trusting street.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of.
We know a lie, sire, and it didn't feel like one to us.
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite. I've had this conversation enough.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal. The driver has adorned his space with a large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the a book with
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
There he is, in front of Rita.
Bastards! We have a right to hold up and stay front.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Rights of people. Rights.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, we have family.
So do we, Scab.
We were promised work. We'd be in there. Work.
The physically impressive man-tap.
Honest men and women with rights. We came.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and beats me. Somewhere in the gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This look.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that.
He didn't do it. It's the truth. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, one bot.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with their logo is the
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, magnesium.
A colourful display of the bottles wink at you there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. You see several, the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry.
Welcome to Frit.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you. She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum, her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't,
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear any...
Okay. Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. Uh-huh.
Окей.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirl and then accelerated straight into the driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen.
You could follow the track.
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig! Shit's coming up strong!
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should.
Yeah, Kuno, right!
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. I don't know. Some fucking Mesco or.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in Sao Paulo.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Oh, don't tell him that, Kuno! It's like...
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno City. Night City.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't
It's impossible to deduce what it is about.
just a couple of pigs sniffing around in.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno!
Your test.
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit trying to get Kuno hooked on the.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Help! He's got the Kuno help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! He's
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal.
Help! Mister! He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now. No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself.
Listen to your friend. Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fucking logical. Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno. Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this.
I know you wanted to.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I know what you thought. You're nothing. You're a.
Kuno turned you...
No, you're...
Bitch, you're...
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I...
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, 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 click!
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from heavy workers' boots. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced. 2. Standard work boot, steel. 3. Hobn. 4. You don't know. It's a miracle. 5. Another. 6. An aberration. light, impossible to tell. Could also have been an adult. You're not bad. 7. The glow 8. And yet
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? $200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up?
he might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the track.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential. A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would...
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle.
Indeed. Yes, everything fits so well. The lieutenant's...
Either way. What else?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Тут нельзя пройти. Ну ладно. Давай посмотрим, что здесь. Как вот так.
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industry. Yes?
Да ёб твою мать. А,
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears, ankles tingling. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise. This is the night watchman's booth. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and there's sparse contents. It's a black and white photo of a young couple.
Why did you take that? Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen, Snoopy.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold. Oh boy, weird. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else. The enormity of the case before you stand and a rusting control panel with marsh on, arrête, off.
Container, container.
The lyrics to this container, the accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi from the Vanishing Peninsula.
Container, container. Everard, Everard, Everard. He looks after every. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know. And just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery. It's like some red infection. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the dip. Yes, they are hiding it from the
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big... Oh, I don't know, mister. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at... We're on a strike. The whole...
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. But Titus and his boys got into some drunk... Oh, I'm not really... Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably... No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about some...
He probably doesn't know.
Yes, yes. I'm like Miss... Actually...
Who is this, Miss...
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus like. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. Oh, Lizzie.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. If me missus... Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about...
So Everett trained a lot.
Yes, this place really seems to...
Well, thanks a lot. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much... Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? Guys like Mr. Everett. Oh, Mr. Everett is where... Bye-bye now.
Ладно. Идем отсюда. Не будем в дебри. Угу. Ладно, тогда один проход.
on second glance.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork.
The drawer opens smoothly. In hundreds of documents containing and the same materials, it's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. The drawer slides.
Так, сила воли у нас не рабочая,
The file
ладно.
cabinet stands steady as ever. Hundreds of and the same material. You already went through all of these. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful. But you're a police officer, not a
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? My thought exactly, officer. Shall we?
Hundreds of and the same material. You already went through all of these. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special word. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Leo must have left it.
The special borscht seems a bit off. Hundreds and the same material you already went through. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. All items on the drawer.
О, это карта, что ли? Это открытка. Это книга.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the because white antlers are to your disappointment there aren't any. After rifling the page, the magazine is divided into several sections, comrade, but like the structure only 4 issues in, and it sounds so. Please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective,
What do you expect? It was laying around.
you flip back to the front of the magazine. This section you also skip. Whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back. It seems to be part. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, based on the support mat, it's quite straightforward. According to the SRV, this is the SRV we're talking about. If you think that precisely, for too long, drink has been a scourge to the working class, and
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask? They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. On account of the blood, you see.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. As you leaf through the main feature, the tip-top tourney is, and this so-called, you think instead you find yourself where to even, so all of it, basically. Oddly enough, there's no way those are real. Have you ever met anyone under capitalism? Thus, the so-called tourney, and that at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for. You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip-Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective. I'm sure most things are. If I had to...
You flip back to the front of them. Unsurprised, you skim the headlines. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to, according to the, it goes on to call the wild. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table.
Ладно.
Guillaume Le Million. Guillaume Lemillion did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Signy.
Ключ-карта. Ну ладно. А как мне теперь, так сказать, съебаться отсюда? Так, а вот это уже мне не нравится.
A rusting marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, moving this container.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I...
Before you stands a cargo container.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers.
You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Before you is a with great effort. He straightens himself with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitts. I'm Evra. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunate.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong... I, too, have convictions. One of which is that should you find yourself...
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got...
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be... So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Oh, by the way, I heard this should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know, Lawrence. He's a...
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. You're lost...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours? It's gone. Your gun is gone.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Officer, we will deal with...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to...
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration.
Okay, enough. We are here to...
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to... But there's a thing...
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar. Pretend to play into his hand.
Fantastic! You can get the key from Manana. He's down by... Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel... Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You'll run...
Бля, неплохо он меня задамажил. О, узко. О. Да, что-то с психикой у нас реально, бля, плохо. Бля, как ее вообще можно понять? Может, это нереальный пиздец какой-то? Что это вообще хуйня нереальная?
You're back before the cargo container. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Беги, дверь открыться, блядь. Ебать. Нихуя. Что, так можно? Реально? Просто, бля, убедить дверь открыться. Ебать. Охуеть. Да-да-да. Вау. Потрясающе. Так, ну долг я пока вообще никак не могу отдать. Что-то не идет. Долбоёб. Ты меня называл. Hi.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path leading up. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. Like men of the plain. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's it.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course, I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing what you're looking for is a basement door behind the...
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it? I'm more of a philosopher.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot. An old monument, a silver plaque. As you look up, you notice something about the statue, even by the standards of, well, his own maladministration foreshadowed the fall. Stories he called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right, His Majesty's called cocaine. Beneath the code, the original, most historic, some years, the statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart. People in Martin, Philip III, not that he ever did in life, something with, someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can see it, but I take. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue, why not? What this shows us is
The king stands high, a silk as you look up.
Но тут никакого прохода нет. Значит, двигаем дальше. Неплохо.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century. No response, wherever this woman is.
wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. Not many people outside of bulky frame, heavy, hardy, looks like a tractor. Yes, built like a tractor, and
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another.
no, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The car.
That's, well, yes. They said it was an honor killing.
Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial.
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to make.
I tried to avoid drawing. Yes, detective? Okay, I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this, but I've seen.
Такс.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I could...
No, you don't work for the union. That was easy. Worryingly so. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the...
Okay, here.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Hello, compatriote. You have something?
Так. Ого, уже час. Ладно, на этом закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр и всем пока.